Well, hey there, this is Jerry, and I'm getting started on another episode of What's Broke Today. And today is part two of the Dodge Dakota, working on and rebuilding the front suspension. So let's get on and get part two started. Put this control arm up here and get it into place. And that bolt started. Let's get bolt number two kind of lined up and going through there. Started back through there. Let's see if our 18 will do the same thing. I'm just going to snug these up. Don't have to be tight. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is take this thing apart. Put that down through the hole where the shock goes. That looks good. And the spring is covered in grease. Clean that off because I don't want that grease up on my new rubber spacer. Yep. That looks good. That's going to fall over. Okay. My hooks need to go like that, so and get that started. Now this, that's got to go that way. And okay. That's through the center. Pick that up, hit it down through there. Oh, that ain't what I wanted. Okay. Go. Get on there. And when you're doing this, make sure you get that tang on the bottom here lined up in the back where the slot is. Okay. And that should be everything there. Now I'm going to take my floor jack, get it started up underneath there, and then go to the top and tighten that with a long extension so I'm not standing right here. And then when I get close, I'll use my pry bar to finish getting it in the lower control arm. Oh, I just don't want to be in the trajectory of that spring if it decides to cut loose. Okay, but that's looking good. So far it's looking good. Go up with the floor jack a little more. Let my floor jack is sliding out from underneath there. Yep. So drop that down. Set back out farther. There we go. That's where I want it. Okay. Looking good. Okay. That's looking good. That out of there for now. Okay. We're just about there. Tighten that spring up just a hair more. I'm trying to stay to the side of this, so just in case it pops out, it doesn't get me. Oh, that is just about there. Okay, once you get it in that pocket, then come over here and crank the floor jack up to compress that. And that looks good. So, because no matter how good you think a floor jack is, you just can't trust them. So I'm going to have the floor jack and the jack stand. I'm going to start out with getting my that spring compressor tool out of there. And I can move the floor jack back a little. And then take my jack stand and position it better underneath that control arm. So I guess it really didn't matter what sequence I did that. Okay. Be nice if this floor was flatter. Okay. Let's make sure that's got a little bit of pressure on it. Okay. Get those separated. Now I think I want to jack that up and get this going this way with this foot of that jack stand, because I don't really like that. Okay. So if I can move this around like that, and that will make me a little happier. Okay. I got my battery. And then let's okay. And there's that. Get out of the way. We got our new sway bar link. Disassemble it. That through there. All up through there. That. Put it up on top. Come here. Start that. But for now, I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to put the sway bar link on. And now I'm going to tighten up the outer tie rod end and put the Carter key in it. And I think it's about all I can do right now until I get that cross shaft, because I need that in order to put that upper control arm, upper ball joint in. Well, I went to the local U-Pull yard this morning that had a Dodge Dakota, because I couldn't find just a shaft at the auto parts store. They wanted somebody the whole thing. They want $160. Or I could have ordered the same moved part number from Rock Auto, and it was, I think with shipping, it was going to be about 90 bucks. Well, I'll just spend 25 and go get this and change it out. So, and I did, before I even unbolted this off the up there, I loosened these up just to make sure that they was going to turn. But I'm going to use my arm with this shaft. That way I just got to press one bushing out of this. Get my press. There's that. There's my collar. And I'm just going to press it out of one side and hopefully pull the shaft clear through. Yeah, because these rubber bushings on this are not very good. Okay. I got that out of there, but now I gotta get these sleeves off of there. The sleeve isn't turning, it's just the bushing. Yeah. That is shot. Keep the light on that anyway. Where that split. See if I can hit that. There we go. That worked out better than I thought it would. Okay. Got a rough spot. Oh, on that one end. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this over to my small belt sander and clean that up some more. Okay, got it cleaned up so they slide on there okay. So I'm going to start out with, I'm just going to flip this thing upside down and take one bushing, put there. And this kit has different sizes of these sleeves. So if they fit over that and we press closer to the center rather than offset, and then we just put that up there. that there. I think I'll set this down on the floor maybe. Well, see how that works. And I'll say this tool is perfect for installing. We're going to do some tweaking on it for removal to make it work better. But, okay, I got the serrations are facing this way, which will be down. Of course. Okay. We can do that. Now those washers are in great shape. But get that and start it. And then I can take this. That started and a little bit lined up. Put the collar on. Yeah, this works really good pushing them in. All right. And off there. Here. And that. And then that. Give that just a little squirt. Wait, my. Okay. Now we're ready to go back, get this back on the truck. Okay, I got my control arm ready. I'll go ahead and set it up on those bolts. I can get the rear nut started. Helps if you turn it over the right direction because these are lock nuts. Okay. Oh. I can get my ankles out from under me. Okay. And those bolts come up through the bottom side and kind of have a, I got the weld nut on them to keep them from turning. And so okay, direction, then pull the control arm up. So I tighten that. Okay. And we'll do the front one. All right, getting that close. I'm going to do the same thing here that I did on the other side, because I'm going to get that pretty doggone close to where it needs to be. And then snug that one up. And the front one's not too far off of the mark. Like snug it up. And that will almost always get you close enough to drive. Then we come back down here and our ball joint. Pull the boot off. Okay. And of course it comes with this washer that don't fit on there. I don't know what the purpose of that is, to give you something that don't work. But that started. We take our ball joint socket and put on top. I'll pull that off there and just for the heck of it, put my impact down in and turn that just a little. And we take our boot and slide it up over the ball joint. I'll go ahead and start my grease fitting since I have it in hand. Take off the bottom nut. Grab my spindle and put it up on there and keep my Carter keyhole front to back like I normally do. And remember, I probably didn't, nope, I did have the right socket here. Okay. All right. Push that up. And then bring that down. Start the other nut. And the Carter key on that's pretty close to facing front to back already. I'll unhook that. Get my 15/16 socket. And okay, that will work. Because the angle of that, where that hole is for that Carter key can make a world of difference in how hard it is to install. And on this, just like the other side, it ain't going to line up with the hole. Okay. And we turn this the other direction because I can tighten better pulling than I can pushing. I'm always going to tighten it to line up the Carter key hole. Okay. Jack it, or I have to go to the other side and jack up the floor jack, pull out the jack stand, and then I can drop this back down. But while we're here, let's go ahead and reinstall our caliper. break. And see, my calipers have this 7mm Allen in them. The ones that were up at the salvage yard were had looked like a 10mm hex. So it just goes to show that not calipers aren't always. And I don't know. I think the truck I got the control arm off of was a 95. So that's something they might have changed between 92 and 95. Okay. That's that. Whoo. Jack stand out, and I can put my shock absorber in. I take my grease Zerk and put in the bottom. I also have to go tighten them all up, but at least get them started. And let's get that out of there. And get the angle right for that. Let me put that up through there. Okay. Now we can tighten the nut on top. Then we're ready to move the tie rod in. That looks good. This thing's gonna drive like a new truck. So let me pick up a few things I know I don't need and put them away, and then we'll get started on the tie rod end. Okay. I probably need a power steering rack because it does look like it's leaking a little. But we're just going to put tie rod ends on because I don't add hardly any fluid. I mean, just more. Oh, that's a metal clamp. I thought that was a zip tie. I can take it, get the boot off of there. There we go. Okay. I can slide that back. Then I think that will fit on there. And I'm going to take my adjustable and put on the shaft where the gears are at. To hold it up. And then I can loosen that up. Get my shopper rag. Have that and turn it. Okay. Get that off of there. That. I'm not even really sure what that was supposed to be, or maybe a stop. Um, I'm gonna go to the vise so I can separate these and then reassemble both the boot off and check the length. I got the boot off the old one and cut it loose fit back together. I'm gonna grab my new inner tie rod, wipe the dust off of it where it's laying on the floor, and then just come up here and oh, let's come under here. And this is where the challenge can come in, is because my sway bar is kind of in the way. But the other side, I just done a loose fit. I can just push that up. I try to. Grab my tie rod. Let's just go up. Far enough, I can get that started. Let's just see how I can turn it with my hands. Okay. Okay. Once I get that tight, take the nut off. Grab the boot. I probably should have bought a new boot because it really isn't in that good a shape. Slide the boot on, the hose clamp, the nut. I'll get up there about as far as the old one was. I can put the outer tie rod end on. Right up in your face. Okay, I'll slide that down and push that out of the way and push that up. Okay, then we can grab our old one, which is right there under my nose. Actually, the outer tie rod end on this side really isn't bad. But I think I'll push that out a turn. I can pull that in. Okay, that started. Okay, we're gonna boot up and hit it back on the rack, back on the vent tube. And of course, there's a little notch there where that's supposed to be set up for the outer limits. I got a different pair of pliers to see if they might work better, and they don't. Might end up cutting that thing off and just using a zip tie out there. Okay. cinch that down and clip off the excess. There's a tie rod end done. Now let's get our sway bar links lined back up. Okay, sway bar links are started. Oh. Okay, now we can tighten up this. Okay, there's my grease fitting. Get it started. Ooh. We can put that through there. Fold that over. The other side down. Then we'll take our 5/16 and tighten that grease fitting. We'll get our 7 and do ones on the ball joints. We'll grab our cordless ratchet. I'm going to tighten these sway bar links down till I spread the rubber out a little bigger than the washer, or till it bottoms out. Okay, and it's going to bottom out, and those are about the same diameter as my washers. And some sway bar links do that and some don't. Only thing I got left on this side is the zip tie there, and then bring my grease gun and hit all 3 of my grease fittings on this side. I'm going to go tighten the grease fittings on the other side, and then go get the grease gun and grease it, and I probably won't film that. Well, I got the whole front end of the Dodge rebuilt. Other than the only thing I didn't have in my kit was sway bar to frame mount bushings. So I got to get those because I thought those were in the kit. I couldn't find them. But I got upper ball joints, lower ball joints, inner and outer tie rod ends on both sides, upper and lower control arm bushings. I'd already done the shocks, so I just put the same shocks back on. Got all the grease fittings greased. The only thing I've left, I can get up to the driveway, get it set up, and check the alignment and get the toe end set. That I'm going to imagine it's the toe end I can tell's off just by standing at the back of the truck and looking up the side of the truck. I can see that my right front looks like it's pointed out, but it's not conducive to do that adjustment in here. So I'm going to get up in the driveway, get on a level spot. We'll get her set, and then we'll be ready for a test drive. But hey, I do appreciate you watching this video on the front end rebuild on the Dakota. That I always like those thumbs up for the likes. Thank you for all those comments, and anybody out there that's not a subscriber, better join on in because I'll tell them what else you're going to see on What's Broke Today. Thank you.